Hi everyone, I'm Erwan.
And I'm Martin.
And today we're going to show you 3 really nutritious desserts as well as one
bread
that you can make and gift during the upcoming holiday season. What do you give people?
Same.
For
I really just
Christmas.
I prefer baking. That's my gift for everyone because it's cheaper.
But I think it's a great
GC.
But I do think it's a cool thing. So you really do bake for people during the holidays.
Yep.
And what do you usually give them?
Usually spreads or breads, cookies, brownies, things that would really keep well even if you leave it in their office. Or there was a time like I had to make like 300 cookies in just one night.
What?
And a few sets of brownies.
Baking for someone really truly shows that you care and that you put kind of sweat and tears into their gifts. So I think it's really cool. So today that's what we're going to be doing with our Quaker whole grain rolled oats. So the whole point of the recipes I will show you today is that yes, desserts are supposed to be really tasty, really decadent, something more of like a treat. If you're going to eat something that's really tasty and really sweet and has sugar, might as well add something like rolled oats into it to make it more nutritious, have some fiber in there, have some good quality, non-extra refined carbs. You know, when you're using just bread flour, it's really refined, but if you're using your Quaker whole grain rolled oats, then you have some more complex carbs in there. We actually eat a lot of oats at home. I usually eat it just like oatmeal, because that's the easiest and simplest thing to do. But you can actually use it in so many different ways. So we're first gonna start with the recipe that I have no clue how to make, and those are
the dinner rolls. Dinner rolls are a bit sweet.
Okay.
And it has a little amount of fat, but for this recipe, we're adding a lot. So basically, para siyang rich dough. Enriched dough with fat and eggs.
So is it fair to say like a dinner roll is in between a pan de sal and a brioche?
Alright, so first things first, we will combine all the dry ingredients, except for the salt.
Okay, so bread flour, white sugar, and
the oat flour.
Okay, so how did we make the oat flour?
So before putting them through the food processor, we had to toast it. You can use your oven, you can use your toaster oven, you can even use your stovetop. Pero for us, para equal toasting, we use the oven.
Toast that.
So to toast it in the oven, you just go for 15 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or until it's golden brown.
Oat flour, ta-da!
Oh, so easy.
But, fun fact, these are already processed and steamed, so they're pretty much cooked already. The toasting dries it out, I'm guessing, a little bit further to give you a finer texture of the dough.
Yeast.
Instant yeast goes in.
Alright, so next, we are using iodized fine salt, using fresh milk. You can use water if you want, but less flavor, less rich. Alright, so first, you will add your eggs.
Start low.
Wow.
It's our baby.
Add your eggs one at a time. Yeah, that's fine.
And then to that, we're gonna add our milk.
Yes.
And then after the milk, we're gonna add
the butter after it forms into a dough. When all of the flour is hydrated, that's when we add
the butter.
Yes.
Got it.
Or else you'll get like clumps of raw flour.
Okay. And we don't want that.
Righty.
This looks about right.
So in a greased bowl, then we will transfer this here. So what will happen is it will develop flavor and at the same time develop more gluten, which will help it form into like a cute round dough.
So you're saying we let it rest?
Yes.
And how long do we let it rest for?
For 30 minutes or until it has doubled in
size. Okay, you want to do the magic trick?
Yep.
Magic trick, ready? Magic, 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 magic. What?
Amazing! We are gonna punch out the gases. Bit of butter on the surface. You can cut it right away or you can form it into a log.
So the idea here is just to remove the air.
Yes.
So that's it. We're not working it any further. Okay.
It's really.
Get our dough cutter. Annoying.
You do you.
I feel like this is more. Okay, let's see.
Maybe.
Whoever gets this gets a lifetime supply of Quaker Rolled Oats.
Oh.
Ready? What do you think?
120.
Say 138. No, that was all on camera. That was all on camera. 1:38 on the dot, dude. It's because I cook a lot of steak. And I cut steak. That whole sequence was on camera. There was no magic there. Don't be annoyed. It's okay if I'm better than you in every way possible. 56.
Dough here. So what's gonna happen is you're moving it around, forming into a cute ball. Make a dome.
Okay.
And then, yun nga, cup your hand like so. So what's gonna happen is you are rolling your dough that way. So it takes the form of your
Why can't you just do like this? Why does yours look perfect and mine has a hole in it?
Oh, that's perfect too.
Yeah.
Just dip it in more oats and then into your pan. Oh.
Okay.
You're just gonna let it rise again.
Okay,
for
how many minutes?
Another 30 minutes.
Does that double in size?
Exactly.
After how many minutes?
15 to 18 or until the top is like golden brown.
We have these beautiful dinner rolls. Yeah. So this is one of those things we need to kind of like let it rest, or are we like good to go?
I would advise na let it rest.
Try this. Hey now. Like I thought you're really bad at what you do before, but now this might convince me otherwise.
I get to stay.
Very slight hint of oat flavor, mostly from kind of like the toasty bits at the top.
You'd be surprised because it's super light and fluffy. Pretty good for a pre-dinner.
So it is kind of something perfect, like if you do have a potluck dinner, if you have to go to a friend's house. I feel like a lot of people always ask me, hey, bring bread. And it's like, oh no, I have to go to this bakery. They didn't make anything fresh. The bread you have is a little kind of crusty and hard. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I have a kid, sorry. These are the things that go through my head. All right, Marta, we made dinner rolls. So you're invited to someone's house, you bring dinner rolls. Super cool, people love you because everyone loves dinner rolls. But what do people love even more?
Banana bread.
Bread. Banana bread is probably one of my favorite things to eat.
Because it's not bread, it's cake.
Correct. But you can call it bread and not feel too bad because you're not eating cake, you're eating banana bread. But you can make it healthier. But you can make banana bread with coconut sugar and with some Quaker whole grain rolled oats. So how are we gonna do this, Martin?
Just combine all the dry ingredients first.
Okay. And then you're gonna work on the wet ingredients.
The wet, yes, which is the mashed bananas.
And then we put the wet into the dry.
Two become one.
Yep. Two become one. You know what that song's about?
I don't want to. Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna be adding 1 cup Quaker whole grain rolled oats. Coconut sugar. Baking powder.
Yes.
Salt.
Yes, sir.
Baking soda.
Yes.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Mix this together.
See,
And then
better.
flour. 2 cups?
2 cups of all-purpose flour.
Okay, now that this is mixed, we're gonna work on our wet ingredients.
Wet. So first, we mash 3 ripe bananas. Overripe is perfect. But the ones that we have right now is just perfectly ripe.
The more ripe the bananas, the more intense the flavor of the bananas you're gonna get.
But the thing here is you can add some, you can leave some chunks.
Next, egg whites.
Yes,
How
egg
many
whites.
do you need?
4.
Have you ever heard the saying of too many cooks in a kitchen?
We're not using the yolks, just a bit.
So yolks make it denser?
Yeah, and more flavorful, helps with the moisture, while the egg whites actually help bond the whole thing together.
Correct.
It gives structure to your pastries. Now I add my fresh milk. Okay, next is oil. Canola oil or vegetable oil or any neutral flavored oil. Now it's time to mix the wet into the dry ingredients.
So with banana bread, one thing I've learned from making it over the years is to make sure to not overmix.
Yes.
You kind of still want this to be chunky, clumpy. It just gives you more texture.
Then we fold in our cashews or walnuts or almonds or hazelnuts, macadamia, and then raisins.
Ooh, I feel like raisins are tricky.
That's enough. I mean, so gusto natin rustic.
Yeah!
Let's really just punch it in.
My boy's learning. Okay, so this
Erwan.
goes into the oven for how long?
350 degrees, at least 25 minutes.
The banana bread is in the oven, so we're gonna start working on the cookie. This is a very basic, easy recipe to do.
Basic cookie technique is creaming and then adding everything else after.
What does coconut sugar do to the cookie recipe?
Makes it crispier.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a chewy cookie guy or are you a crispy cookie guy? You look like a chewy cookie guy.
Yeah.
I knew it. I'm a crispy cookie guy.
Because I'm fat?
No. Well, that's why we're using coconut sugar, because it's lower in the glycemic index and much better for you. And you couple that with the Quaker whole grain rolled oats, you've got a nutritional powerhouse, my friend.
Exactly.
Extra fiber, lower glycemic index sugar. Good for you. Still really sweet, still really tasty. So how do we start this?
First cream your butter.
How many? This is
1.5. 1 1/4. While that's happening, I am gonna combine the dry ingredients. Right, so all-purpose flour. You'll add some baking powder, some cinnamon, your
salt.
Give it a mix. Then add in a cup of your Quaker whole wheat oats.
In here.
Right, so golden rule when dun sa creaming method is to always scrape the sides and the bottom of your mixing bowl.
I feel like a dinner roll
You're a
is
cool
like,
guy.
I like you.
Really?
Yeah.
How about the banana bread?
I feel like a banana bread is, I kind of want to meet your parents. I feel like cookies is, you're my friend, but
Not
I have a
really.
lot of other friends.
Wow!
Okay, next sugar goes.
Tama naman eh. I mean, sa hierarchy of gifts, I feel like top is bread, cake, and then like cookies.
Guess what I'm getting you for Christmas?
A car? A mixer?
Can I show the good people what they're supposed to be doing, please?
Peanut butter.
So yeah, actually yeah, it looks like smooth peanut butter. So the butter hasn't melted completely, but it's nice and soft now, and it's fully combined with the coconut sugar. Next, we're gonna be adding the vanilla essence or vanilla extract. Now we can add the dry mixture.
Yes, bit by bit.
What's love got to do with it, babe? You're Ashanti, I'm Jarul.
Oh.
So slowly first, so that you don't kind of like
Overmix. Objective is to form 1-inch balls.
Okay, this goes into the oven for how long, Martin?
That one is just 8 to 12 minutes depending on your preference of cookie texture.
Okay, so this goes in last. So this is actually something
like
you can
10.
do
In advance. Way in advance.
way in advance.
And you can keep it in the freezer, the dough, for like 7 days.
And then just use it when you need to bake
Yeah.
it.
Pag may reregaluhan kang, okay lang, friend, workmate.
Cool. When you have about, what, 10 minutes left in the cook?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a mixed topping. So we have our rolled oats.
Which is 4 tablespoons.
That's 1/4. Right?
You have the option to put this on top of the banana bread, but the thing is, it bakes for 25 minutes or more. So there's like a tendency for it to burn. So I would rather turn it into a topping. You just need to toast this. Yes, coconut sugar.
All of it?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Would you like some drama?
Yes.
I am expecting greatness.
It's hot.
What kind of a Tito laugh is that?
No, that's the tawa of villains.
Ooh.
See, that's why we didn't put the oats, because it takes so long that it might burn. Don't worry, it might be dark,
And I
but
feel
it
like
won't be bitter.
I feel like it looks good already.
Yeah, we can unmold it so that it cools down completely.
Okay.
Here, I trust you. Just
Okay, so cool completely.
before slicing, or else it might crumble when you slice it right from the oven.
And we have our cookies that we took out
Erwan's
also.
masterpiece, his gift to those
Color is great.
Or-
Why people tell you to kind of like let cookies rest is because when they come out straight of the oven, they are still really soft. So you want to get these cooled to get them a little harder. So when you're sending this to someone's house, keep the wax paper. I feel like it makes it look rustic, and then you can kind of wrap it in those colored papers. And then you can tie a bow on it or something using kind of like natural string. It'll look really good.
Oh yeah, the one that they use for for bouquets.
Correct, and you can put this in like a large Tupperware as extra topping.
Or like a glass jar.
So this is kind of like granola, oats granola that we've made.
And you're good.
Do you want me to show you like how I cook banana bread at home?
Sure.
A pan.
A pan?
Best way to cook banana bread is with more butter, and we're gonna toast it on both sides.
So complicated.
And when you usually get banana bread, it's usually cold, so this makes it warm per slice. And then imagine yourself scooping a luscious and creamy scoop of vanilla ice cream, and once it hits the ridges of the banana bread, it starts melting ever so slightly and develops a beautiful sauce. And then that, where's my cream plate? This is burning. And then this, we don't have to imagine because we actually have ice cream. I didn't know we had ice cream to do it. Ready to taste?
Yes, sir.
What should you go? I think we should go for Martin's version first.
May ganon.
Tasty.
Yeah, you can still feel the oats.
And it doesn't feel too dense. Now we taste the upgraded version. I didn't say it was mine, I just said the upgraded version. Teamwork, that's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Should we try the cookies? See, now that they've cooled down, I'm actually surprised. Like, they're not crispy. They're on the chewier side. Those are super good. Oh! I'm gonna take some home from Valley also.
Yeah. I don't think this is for like acquaintance.
No, it is. It feels a bit more intimate than an acquaintance. That's really good. Now I can't wait to taste the carrot cake. La pièce de résistance, we are making
Carrot cake. What's the French for carrot cake?
gâteau aux carottes. Gâteau de carottes. Okay.
Nope, not gonna say it.
Step 1.
You're gonna whisk together 4 eggs and your light brown sugar.
Got
This is light brown. Because we are gonna whisk it until ribbon stage, meaning your whisk will leave a trail like a pattern.
While I do this, you do the next thing.
Flour, baking soda, baking powder, and cinnamon. Yan. So when you're mixing, it's leaving a trail. After that, you're just gonna mix in your dry ingredients and dry and wet alternatively, around like 3 additions.
Here, you add, I mix.
Just gonna put my oil into the milk.
Wait.
Just slowly mix. Slowly.
So after we mix in all our dry ingredients, we fold in the Quaker Rolled Oats,
Nuts.
the nuts, and the carrots. And carrots as much as we want, basically, or no?
Yeah, because it gives your cake flavor and moisture.
All right, so now this goes into the oven at 350
350 degrees Fahrenheit,
for
45 minutes to an hour.
For our icing, really simple. We have some cream cheese, some cream.
Yeah,
I'm
heavy
guessing.
cream.
Heavy cream,
But if not available, all-purpose cream is fine.
and then some white sugar. So we're gonna beat this with the paddle attachment until it's nice, light and fluffy. Cake has been out from the oven for what?
More than 30
An hour?
minutes, yeah.
That's why I'm wearing a different shirt, FYI, if you're wondering.
This is a different shirt. It's just black too.
So yeah, we will let it cool down completely before removing it, and Martin is gonna show us how to do just that.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it.
No, this is your thing.
So make sure that all of the sides of the pan are loose, Yeah, you could use a super flat knife. Never use thick ones like this because it's gonna ruin your cake.
Yep, that's me.
Just do this. See? Just turn it over.
Yum.
Oh, the paper's still here. Then
See, this is Martin. He's so proud of these like perfect circle papers that I still don't know how to do.
it's like a hexagon.
And so you have a nice, pretty cake. It looks really rustic, but the beauty of icing is that you get to cover so-called imperfections, even though it is not imperfect.
Rustic, not ruined. That still looks great. Don't worry. The key to decorating cakes is to never lift your spatula. Always just glide it off to the side. Like, for example, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to do that. See? Because it ruins the cake. But I still did it. For the sake of learning, diba?
Finishing touch. Little bit of cinnamon. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Okay. This looks pretty good, Martin. Like nice and moist. You know. Really good.
Merry Christmas. I'd send this to my boss.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's super tender. It's nice and moist. You can taste the carrot, but not like overly so. I think anyone would be happy to receive either the dinner rolls, either the carrot cake, the cookies, or the banana bread. All of them are absolutely beautiful, absolutely tasty. All of them are really high in nutrition. Yes, slightly decadent, slightly kind of like indulgent, but in the same time, they have added nutrition thanks to the Quaker whole grain rolled oats that we used for these recipes. If you're interested in these recipes, make sure to check out the links below. We'll do all the recipes down there. And if you're interested in buying Quaker, we'll put all the information down there as well. We do think it's a great time to make food to bring around with you. The parties this year will be much smaller, much more intimate. So I'm sure 100% that people will appreciate you bringing food rather than gifts, or you sending food around, because everyone will be spending a lot of time at home, and food is best eaten at home with your
friends and family. Co-workers maybe.
Yeah.
Nope.
Coworkers are just for the office.